How's it going today, guys? I'm Brooks.
I'm Joe.
This is another episode of Cantina Reviews.
Today we're talking about some more of the Nixon Star Wars watches. We got two different models of Death Star watch today.
So yeah, there are three models of the Death Star that Nixon makes. There's the Time Teller, the Ranger 45, and the 5130. I have the Time Teller and the Ranger. So Nixon, if you want to send down to complete my collection, the 5130. So let's get right into it. Alright, so I have the Time Teller here. So Nixon going pretty in depth on the Death Star ones, if I say so myself. The second hands on all three of them are green to kind of replicate the beam that it shoots out. What's pretty cool about the Time Teller one is the face of it looks like the trench that they have to go through that's on the outside of the Death Star. So to me, that was just one of the coolest details that I had seen on a watch, was how closely it resembled a Death Star. The band on it, it's one of the smaller linked bands, and it's got a clip, or like a clasp, so it detaches completely into two separate bands and connects like that. And on the back, I have the laser engraved Death Star that says fully operational.
Okay, so this one is the Ranger. Mm-hmm. So this is like the middle size model, which I prefer. I think the Time Teller's a little small.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, it still looks really great, and I like the trenches thing going on there. What's cool about this one, you got a little more room to work with, so that it's the Death Star, and you have the little spot for the laser there. Mm-hmm. On this one, the numbers are more engraved as opposed to some others that are raised. But it's good because then the numbers aren't taking away from, like, what's really on show here is the design, the fact that it is the Death Star
right,
there.
Is the face
so the numbers being engraved in and the Nixon being engraved in isn't taking away from what you're looking at here. And then on the back, yeah, same kind of thing, laser engraved Death Star. It says fully operational as well.
Mm-hmm. What was pretty cool, I thought about that when I first got it, and I had no idea why, was the knob you use to set the time and everything was blue. And I was like, why is it blue? So when I looked into it, because Alderaan was blue, that is supposed to be Alderaan.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so Alderaan is the knob that you use to set the time on the watch.
That's cool. Yeah, so overall, I would say that these two are definitely some of the best watches they have to offer with Nixon.
Yeah, I mean,
the Star Wars models. I mean, I was torn between the Death Star and the Millennium Falcon when I got it.
Yeah, I mean, and these ones are in a decent price range for Nixon. That one's, I think, $125, and this one is $250. So, not breaking the bank like some of the other models that they do have. But they're in that good mid range, and you're getting a good watch out of it too.
And I would keep an eye out. Of course, you could buy directly from Nixon, and they do a lot of offers with that if you're like a returning customer. I got mine from Tilly's. They seem to have some affiliation with Nixon. Yeah. And they do a lot of sales, and they do a lot of cool stuff. Like, if you bought a watch that day, you got either a C-3PO or Boba Fett backpack to go with it.
Yeah, and online, too, they did a 50% off all the Nixon watches. So, yeah, like we've said before, definitely head on over to Nixon's website. Take a look at all the watches they have. They have a wide variety to choose from. Different sizes, price ranges, digital, analog. Just Nixon making good stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. And don't forget to check out the rest of our channel. We got more Nixon reviews, other Star Wars related product reviews, movie debates, discussions, reviews, and so on. And there's more content coming up every week. You can also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. All of the social medias.
Medias. So once again, I'm Brooks.
And I'm Joe.
It's been another episode of Cantina Reviews. The second hand is green to kind of... Fuck me.
To be green.
Once again, Nixon going into some pretty good detail on... What? No, because I'm going to...